All right. Well, that was the worst intro ever. Oh, God.
Oh
Oh,
man.
boy. Anyways, welcome, guys. That's right. Okay, we got Honcast here. Wow. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just need some water, apparently. Jesus. All right. So, anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Honcast here. We got On Tour Season 4, Cycle number 8, of course, coming at you. Day 4 of the group stages. What is a Thursday here? And actually, it just so happens we got more Sync Esports going to be playing today. They played both the matches on Tuesday. They're going to be playing both of the matches here on Thursday. So they're kicking it off against Fresh, continuing, or so far still undefeated as Sync Esports, for that matter. Fresh come in with a 1-0-1 record currently. So looking forward to what should be a good two-game series here. With that said, probably heard him already. I'm joined by Shorcon here as my co-caster. How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Just another day of casting. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And Wild Souls actually led through.
Yeah, these guys drafting fast, man. They're just going
Insta
with it here.
pick, man.
Yeah. So worth pointing out, I probably noticed by now too, on Sync's side, they are missing Haxrun at least for this first game.
But Mint.
But Mint is also missing a player. Yeah, they are both missing a player. Denver Pro, I believe, is missing over there. You go Bick in place of him. But this Boom player, I don't know what to expect here. So I don't know if you know anything about Mr. Boom over here.
I have no idea.
All
I
right.
have absolutely no idea. But we all know and love Yugobic. Whee!
Yeah.
No.
Fun player.
He's been gone for a while. I don't know how he's gonna do because I think he's incredibly rusty at the moment. But he might surprise me.
Yeah.
And Boom. I don't know.
He has history. Yeah, Boom. I'm actually even trying to investigate a little bit right here, see if I can figure that out. But, anyways, he's playing, like I said, for the first game. I believe Haxrun ideally will be back for the second game they were talking about. Denver Pro, not so much. He's not going to be playing the series. So, anyways, this draft is already pretty well developed here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Really, the initial bans, it was Ophelia, Salforest, Tempest, and Sandraith. We have Wild Soul into Warbeast, Behemoth into Lodestone, Pebbles into Prisoner. So, yeah, you mentioned the Wild Soul, though. And, again, it's been interesting with them. We've seen them a couple times. They've actually ran Probusk as the Wild Soul in the short lane even. So, is that something you would expect to see here or what?
Yeah, I don't know. He's been playing it in very interesting ways. But what they do now, if Probusk is the one going to be playing Wild Soul, honestly, farming with Wild Soul in the woods, it's not that difficult. You just kind of auto attack. You just stack auto attack and then you take it when you're level 5 because your bear can smash. But and then it opens up something for Pebbles to free farm the short lane, getting that early portal key, making the what's it called, the snowball happen a bit earlier, and then you have Behemoth as well, could benefit greatly from having a bit of farm. And on top of that, they could even go for like another, like Midas is still available. They could have a Midas solo middle, Behemoth suicide, and have Pebble short lane. So I kind of like the way they're going here, because Wild Soul is not a weak carry, but they really have to then go at 25 minutes.
You mentioned Midas is still unbanned there. Like, I find that astonishing. I feel like that's like always the case, though. Like, this hero's like considered to be so strong in a lot of ways, as far as his versatility, as far as his impact on the game. But he reminds me a lot of like a Magnus or a Bubbles, even. One of these just kind of core heroes that it's not ban worthy enough, but it's just where we expect to see him every single game. So the fact that he even made the second tier bans, though, is again a little surprising there, but. Yeah, that's something that I'm sure both teams possibly thinking about still with that
but
pick.
Magnus is also still available, Bubbles is also still available.
Yeah.
I think Magnus is just a very, very strong hero, like very core, you need to really, work with that. But Midas, I think he's gone to the point where teams are learning how to play against it, that if it's in the suicide lane, you just have to put a lot of pressure on it. And, ultimately, I think the hero is still ridiculously strong. Like, you have to do something about it, but both teams just don't seem to want to pick it up.
Well, still not on it just yet. Glacius coming out, the fourth pick.
Yeah. And I like the Lodestone pick, by the way, because it counters Waltzel quite heavily. Being able to get all the true damage pretty much on Waltzel when he has the added armor from his bear form.
And then
It's a
AoE
great
in
way of dealing
general.
with it. Yeah, and then AoE in general, but depends how Probusk is going to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, Torturer
Okay.
again. Here we go.
Yes, Serenia's been playing this guy. They've been playing a little different supports lately. A little bit of Torturer. We saw the Demented Shaman for a couple of those games there, so kind of opening up the hero pool a little bit when it comes to
Hmm.
support once again. So yeah, Torture though, and still one of the best at boxing out. So they're gonna go with that here.
But I mean, there's no like Grinix or very active suicide right now that they're going to try to box out. So on the
Fair.
one hand, sure, it's cool, it's great, blah blah blah, but the torturer is going to have to be successful in roaming, or at least, get the pull and then roam a bit, get some levels through that. But if he's not able to do that successfully, then it's going to be difficult. And, well, I kind of saw it coming, to be honest, that they were going to go two supports, but I hoped that either Bunny Lover or Yugobik would step up to the plane and play another solo lane or play the farming pebbles or something like that, because I'm not so sure they're going to do too great versus Prisoner, Lodestone, Torturer, Warbeast with two supports.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Huh.
And
That,
it's also a Glacius and an Andromeda. Like, it's not an Engineer, for example, or a Pyromancer,
two
or
very
even
defensive
a Torturer.
supports.
Yeah, well, Glacius can be very aggressive, but I just feel like like even the Magnus could have been a great semi-support here, or a Geomancer, Prophet, Hellbringer. Hellbringer would have been fantastic. Get some more farm, get that Resto Stone, Kinesis, get some more damage. I'm throwing out all these options here, but I really think that both Glacius and Andromeda fit that full support role way too much for them to be useful with farm.
Yeah, it's like who's going to be that secondary support that's actually going to
Yeah.
be of an impact. So, I mean, I guess you could argue Glacius again. The staff is actually pretty
Hmm.
solid, so perhaps he will be in the
Yeah.
end. Was that Silhouette? Yeah, the Silhouette final
Yeah.
pick coming out currently in
So
the
it's
hands of
Boom.
Zlapt.
Wait a second. Is Boom playing Warbeast?
Oh my, is this a jungler? I mean, again, we don't really
He
know
is a
anything
jungler
about this
player.
guy.
Yeah,
So,
he's playing carry. His left is playing the
wow,
Silhouette. Oh man.
this is different.
Okay, it's left versus Probusk. Let's go.
The matchup everyone's always wanted forever. No, it's. I mean, that's interesting though. And seeing Slap playing now, obviously, when it comes to him playing this, I'm expecting him to do just fine. This Boom guy, on the other hand, that's what I'm curious about. Again, we don't really know if this is an ult account or if this actually is just simply a
I
player
think it's
that we
just Boom.
haven't seen before. Yeah, so he's
I
gonna show us his
yeah.
Warby skills here in this
Hmm.
game, but pretty big matchup too. I mean, again, Sync and what is on the line here in this cycle, and um, as far as this specific matchup, obviously Fresh a very solid team themselves, so despite not having their full five, still something to reckon with here. So pause to start
Hmm.
the game, but yeah, I believe again Hackshard is supposed to be back for the second game, so just happening to miss him here for this first game. So gonna try to make do with it. But yeah, I know people are gonna be excited to see Zlap playing a different role. Such a popular player as he is, it's always fun to see him playing something a little bit different. I know he went through a little bit of a phase, even a little bit of middle. We saw like middle Midas with him, but yeah, when you think Zlap, it's really just jungle. That's his
Yeah.
zone. That's what he's known as. So
He's a great PvE player,
yeah,
just leaving it at that.
Good
Although he
at
has taken the
groups.
mid or the solo lane a couple times, like when he plays Bombardier or Midas, those types of heroes that he just kind of
Mhm.
knows, plays really well, and is in a matchup that he'll always win.
And then, yeah, obviously the secondary support every now and then too, but again,
Hmm.
still very, very few. They always have been kind of that jungler team. So, but yeah, seeing Probusk play the Wild Soul again, that's not necessarily surprising as we have seen before, but it is different than what teams tend to do with the Wild Soul nowadays. He's usually in that jungle, but liking to run it in the lane instead. So we'll see how that does this time around for them. But as far as their lanes go, actually, so Yeah, are we going to see some kind of tri-lane, you think? The more I'm looking at this from the Legion side, I guess probably not a tri-lane, but maybe like
Well,
aggressive dual lane.
different guy has a hatchet and a shield, so he's going mid for sure. And
Okay.
he's going to be against a prisoner, which I think is a decent matchup for him, but prisoner does hit really hard with the auto attack, so that's going to be difficult. And I know Probusk likes to solo with Wild Soul, and I think he's going to do absolutely fine versus a Suicide Lodestone. But at the same time, he could, make a mistake, and then Lodestone can make him pay. But generally, I see Wild Soul winning that just because of the pressure he can put in with Boo Boo.
Okay. Fixing. Oh, look at these guys.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, I'm actually on Discord right now as well. Not actually using it for anything, but I'm just like checking it out, seeing what's going on. Skype was worse.
What's up? Here, I'm talking on the Hogcast Discord now. I never
Yeah.
actually talk in there. I haven't really done much talking in there, but yeah, we've talked about that a couple times here. So, yeah, the Mint's one of the first, apparently. Try it out here. So, all right, well, go figure they're the ones with the issue. That have to get figured out here. So again, Sync playing fresh here to start it off this 2-game series. This will be followed by Sync versus LGT actually. So once again, going to see LGT later today.
They're playing so much in the weekdays.
Yeah, this will be 4 of their matches of their 7 in total are during the weekdays. So, yeah, looking at the schedule, so they do LGT later today, and the remaining matches for Sync will be on Sunday, one against Polymorph, and then, of course, one against Evil Corporation to finish it off. So, and actually, the Evil Corporation match, I have heard that might be rescheduled to Saturday. So, again, we'll have information on that hopefully coming up, too. But anyway, the point is, those are the 2 teams they still have to play after today. And, again, the Evil Corporation matchup especially, pretty big one. But it's safe to say Sync right now, again, being undefeated so far, and depending on how they do today, they're in a pretty good spot here. Complexity, a little rocky to start. 2-0-2, not exactly where they wanted to be, but still in good potential to make the brackets. They still have to play Pine, LGT, and then Polymorph. All very winnable matches for them, of course. So definitely expecting them to have a good time in going into the brackets. And then, of course, that's where we're going to find out eventually who will be the said number 1 team at the end of it all. And thus qualifying for the World Finals. So there's just some fun conversation going on in chat, isn't there? All right.
Yeah. I mean, these players know each other well by now, I think, after 8 cycles.
Yep. Oh, a lot of them even more than that, of course.
Yeah, before that.
Of course, Probusk, somewhat playing with former teammates here, Zibe, Serenia, Haxerin if he was here. So
Yugobik as well.
And he's actually
Yugobik used to be in Dawn, remember? With Probusk and Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Probusk wasn't there when Certus was there, but...
Okay. Yeah, that's what I remember from them, so...
Yeah. But then Yugobik got replaced because they wanted Zibe, and Zibe wouldn't go without Serenia. So much Han drama. Oh my god.
Miss that Han drama, man.
Yeah.
Don't have enough nowadays. It's all just everyone doing what they should be doing. All right. Here we go. Officially game number 1 underway now. So getting things started here. So the Hellhounds are on their way to start scouting things out. Doesn't look like
It's pretty funny.
goal.
I have never seen different guy play Behemoth in competitive. It's always been Slusky playing it.
True.
So now we're going to see how he does. I mean, it's not a bad 1v1 hero, but as I already said, Behemoth just hits a little bit less than the Prisoner. And, I mean, that's going to be a big deal. And to be honest, both teams have great gank potential with Lodestone and Torture roaming, and on Legion you have Glacius, Pebbles, and Andro. But I personally dislike tri-lanes with Pebbles because I feel like he's got that one combo, but it's not like he's like his Stalagmites has like a, what is it, 20-second cooldown? Yeah, it's a 20-second cooldown on a stun. And then you look at a Magnus. Magnus has a, what is it? I think like 9-second? No, it's an 11-second cooldown on Lava Surge.
Okay.
And then you look at like other cool, great tri-lane heroes. You have Ravenor, but 15-second cooldown on his stun. But you know, it's the fact that he has so much damage afterwards as well. It's just like all these tri-lane heroes have kind of a shorter cooldown than Pebbles. And so, although Pebbles has an 8-second cooldown on Chuck, it's not going to matter because he won't have the mana for it.
Interesting. Yeah, obviously when it comes to Pebbles, getting him that portal key, it really is of high impact, and that's also the idea to think with it too. But yeah, as far as the direct impact initially here, maybe not as strong as said other heroes, something like a Geomancer even, dare I say.
And it's going to be Behemoth versus Silhouette middle. And they decided to go Prisoner, Torture top, and this is great for Sync because Behemoth is going to have less good of a time versus Lapped in mid on Silhouette, and well, with the lane being so pushed up, like even Pebbles has to be careful not to get hooked because he'll just be dead.
Yeah, this is interesting setup for sure here. The Silhouette versus Behemoth middle, that is definitely different here, but Torturer, you know, he's obviously going to play a very passive game, is safe to say. Doesn't want to get caught here by said supports of the Legion side. But yeah, as long as he just stays passive and hugs the tower pretty much, doesn't actually get caught, then yeah, it really seems like Sync could be in the better spot right now as far as how the lanes are set up. And hey, even got the bottom lane, Lodestone, you know, obviously with the Wild Soul Boo Boo kind of boxing him out, a little difficult of a task. But you think Lodestone could definitely hold his own, at least get the levels down there, so.
But Yugobik is doing a good thing right now. He's pulling the wave, making sure that they can actually get some lane control. Sleska does not have a shield though, so that is slightly awkward. He's going to take quite a bit of damage there, but in the end, they're going to get lane control out of it, so that's really what they needed. So they can't like get pulled into the tower.
Yeah, you see he's kind of kiting it around, waiting for the creep wave, and eventually going to pull it to it. So, yeah, good job right there. Pebbles now has pretty good free reign as far as farming goes, and so this means Prisoner's going to have a little bit more trouble now, but we'll just
I mean, he's already pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a single, but still.
Better than nothing.
Getting a little bit of something there, yeah. The Warder side obviously blocking. He's also already tried to stack it earlier and obviously failed, so probably knows.
Well, no, he wasn't. Well, he was trying to pull the hard camp into. Oh, what a pull on Yugo.
Oh my
Goodbye,
gosh,
that's
are
first
they
blood.
going to get the Bloodlust? They absolutely are. That is huge for Sync. That's
Like, this is what they absolutely cannot let happen. Yugo was doing a great thing by, you know, stopping Serenia from pulling it into the hard camp, but then he's just at so much risk of dying because, I mean, he's an Andromeda. He has 295 movement speed, and by this point, Mika is already going to have boots, and he's going to be able to catch them every time.
Yeah, that's the hook presence right there. Even in a matchup of 2 versus 3, that hook hero, if he gets that good hook, it definitely come out on top as we saw there. So.
Plus, like, oh, they are going to go now on Prisoner.
They're going to try, but not even remotely enough damage. And here comes a Chuck from Pebbles.
But there's the turn.
Get him in range. And no, Glacius got hooked, and he goes down. Oh, disaster here at the top lane. Now it's a 2-0 start for Sync with these hooks here of Prisoner. Mickey's landing actually
and
going in
they don't
here.
even care.
Yeah, he's got another hook coming up here.
Hook.
If he hits
this,
he's going to go intro. What a move right there. And the double stun on them both. Andromeda, one more auto attack. No, the health potion might be enough. He's going to turn around with the stun, go for the turn, go to torture. Very risky play as he's so low on life. But Andromeda is going to survive in the long run. Meanwhile, the chase is on up here as Prisoner trying to get away from Glacius and Pebbles now. Pebbles, no mana.
And here comes Boom.
For anything as Boom is coming in with a War Beast. How about that? Trying to block off Pebbles right now. Oh, he doesn't get in front, though. But now Pebbles, he's still in a lot of trouble. You do see Prisoner trying to survive against Glacius up here. But it looks like Pebbles, War Beast, what is going on here? The hell is just kind of sitting still. Finally going to go in. And Pebbles, oh, he's going to make it through the trees, actually. But more Hellhounds coming out. And
this looks just so ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous. Is he actually escaping? Oh,
he could have gone for the Glacius now, though.
Not and that now Glacius is also dead. Wow,
okay.
This start horrendous for Fresh.
Okay, like, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but Glacius and Andro, like, I think Glacius is fine in the tri-lane. Andro does not have enough range. Pebbles is simply just not so strong in the tri-lane. And they're losing to a dual lane. I mean, they've been great hooks by Mickey, sure, but I mean, even a Behemoth would have been better in my opinion.
Yeah.
In the tri-lane.
Yeah, no, that just can't happen. Good hooks or not, I mean, if you want to win this match, obviously that cannot happen, especially multiple times now. And so Mint really far behind at this point of the game. You got to figure. Sync obviously feeling pretty good now. As I say this, Boom here on Warbeast. He needs to be careful. We'll go the other way. Sees Pebbles and Andromeda roaming around. Gonna steal a little bit of the farm, but not necessarily a huge deal. As Prisoner again, he's just farming away at the top lane. While this is happening, Glacius, meanwhile, running into a level 6 Lodestone in the jungle. Oh no, he's in a lot of trouble. We have the rocket drill. It doesn't even matter. Head smash does so much damage. And gets the kill. Middle lane, actually, now. Pebbles is now in some trouble. He's going to be chased back by Warbeast and Silhouette right here. Torture cuts him off, and Pebbles is going to fall. I got to wonder what Slotsky was doing all the way over here. Trying to make a play, perhaps. But and now middle? Wow, this is just insane. It's not stopping.
What is going on? Okay, so what? What is happening? What is going on here? I mean, sure, they kind of stopped Boom from farming a bit with that tri-lane by putting some wards down, but honestly, like, Meke is better out of this lane than he would have been had he been 1v1 mid, for example.
It turns out that way because of the hero kills, yeah. And, I mean, you see the GPM charts obviously well in favor of Sync now. The one positive, of course, is Wild Soul. You're at the bottom. Oh, the Shatter Storm. He was trying to time it, but actually ended up missing it in the end. So, yeah, he was going for a kill right there. But now he just has an Invis. He's going to walk away instead, or he stick around still, but can't get a kill without that Shatter Storm, so at least on Wild Soul. Might find Glacius, though, and that could be a kill still.
Look at Serenia, by the way. 401, 250 gold per minute. Yeah, Torture is a good tri-lane hero.
Yeah, must be the reason here.
No, but it is seriously an issue because you look at the Glacius and the Andro, they both have these spells that are only 500 range long, like the Ice Imprisonment and the Comet Stun. They're both only 500 range, whereas Torture, you know, including it has 650 range, first of all, and then it has like an increased radius on top of it. So honestly, you can hit stuff around like 750 range without problems.
Yeah. Behemoth rotating to the top. Gonna run into Torturer right here. Shockwave opening, and that will be a free kill. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Pebbles, he is gonna run away before anything dangerous happens. But this top push, you can tell they're like, okay, we got the kill, but now we don't really have a solid way to stop this top push, especially without the Shockwave threat from Behemoth. But it is going to be enough of a scare for now to keep Sync from really committing to this tower push. So going to start to fall back right here. Silhouette, maybe pick up in the jungle. But we did see a little bit of rotation here, by the way, of course, from Mint. Obviously, Watsel's kind of gone into the jungle now. Pebbles has taken over the bottom lane. But obviously, we saw Prisoner port down here and almost try to get a kill. But
also, it's a level 7 Lodestone versus a level 5 Pebbles. I mean, there's no way in hell that Zibby is just going to let this Pebbles free farm.
Meanwhile, Glacius is going to get pulled back there and dead. So, yeah, Meke just roaming now, finding some kills. 440 gold per
Nice ward by Serenia. They're going to go for Wild Soul.
Oh, wow.
No, are they? I mean, that's such a brilliant ward right now.
But without the ulti from Prisoner, I don't think they have enough for the kill. He tries to get Antro. Isn't enough right there.
Warbeast Battlecry does a lot. And he even maxed it, by the way. It's 44 extra damage per hero right now.
That's a lot.
I was wondering why he wasn't really farming that efficiently, and I think that this might be one of the reasons. But, yeah, I think he's doing great regardless. 300 gold per minute, 5 assists.
Oh, yeah, you know, pressing that W, being assistant. And even at the top lane, obviously he was even involved there, as we saw. It wasn't just the battle cry that's coming into play there.
Oh, Glacius.
Yeah, Lodestone's moving around. Again, they see him, especially with that ward right there. Glacius going to put some pressure on. They also catch Torture off to the side, and he is going to be killed between Behemoth and Pebbles. But Glacius will also go down, so make it a 1-for-1 in the end between the two teams right there.
Definitely in Mint's favor, but there's more to follow, I think. Lodestone is still just hasting around.
He's going really
I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, actually. He's just been running around the woods. Just kind of...
Hey, it's gotten kills. 3-0-0 here, so... That's established that. If he lands a Shadow Storm here, I think he wants to channel this up and go for Behemoth, I feel like. But, yeah.
His haste has run out already, so...
Oh. He's running over.
But
Okay.
damn, look at Bunny Lower. 050, 58 GPM. That is harsh.
Yep, not been a friendly game for Bunny Lover here on the Glacius. Obviously, a very struggle of a start with what happened at the top lane. So now, again, it's calmed down a little bit here. You look at the big picture. Wild Soul still farming very, very well, 436 GPM. Behemoth, he's working towards a portal key now. I mean, he has 1,100 gold saved up, so there are a couple of positives here for Mint that they have to be proud of, but it is definitely feeling good for Sync. He got the portal key and Prisoner coming. Silhouette, 345 GPM herself, as they catch Andromeda over here, pretty deep, actually, near the mid tower, but about to pause coming out. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if some kind of strap pause here. Kind of figure out, okay, what do we need to do?
I'm
Stop
still
that.
under the impression, though, that a Wild Soul can farm just as fast in the woods as he can in the lane. That hero just farms so ridiculously fast, and there's really no reason for him to be, taking the bottom lane. I stick with my comment of they should have just let the Pebble short lane with Wild Soul in the woods. That would have been the most effective way of running this, just because, I mean, Wild Soul's going to have great farm, Pebbles is going to get a quick PK, and for the rest, I mean, they just have to hold on until Pebbles gets his PK, which can be around the 8-9 minute mark, and then he has a Steam Boots, Vestments, power supply on top of it if he just efficiently farms.
Yeah. See the top lane right there, Behemoth. Lodestone seeing one another. Lodestone actually just ends up falling back, though. Not wanting to dive too much there in the end, but yeah, again, Pebble's a hero you usually want to get a very good start on. And again, the priority was there with the tri-lane top, but clearly not working out, and now he's just in that recovery phase now at about 250 GPM. So again, honestly not doing too shabby considering what's going on here, but it is behind here by a bit. 6,000 gold lead right now for Sync. That's what they're working off of too.
All in all, it's not that bad, to be honest. Their experience deficit, it's not too horrible, but you have to remember that it's only 11 minutes into the game.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Silhouette might actually be in some trouble.
She's dead. Yep.
No swap?
That was a very curious play right there by Zlapt, and I think the illusion was dead at that point. I think he was banking on it, but it actually might have like just died as he was going in. So, not gonna.
Right here, Torture.
Kinda, yeah, gonna fall back from one another. But I do think, again, not to flame here, but there was a little bit of the lack of experience coming into play there. I mean, Silhouette is one of these kind of carry heroes that, with the illusion and kind of the mobility of it, and we've seen impressive players with it from like a Balthazar recently, especially. They're just so good with it, and it's kind of that practice, that muscle memory. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout this game as if he's able to get away. But yeah, dying like that, I mean, shouldn't happen, obviously. So it's a little too aggressive.
To be honest, I wouldn't know what it's like to play a Silhouette because I'm absolutely horrible at that hero.
Yeah.
I've tried playing it in numerous games, but it's just one of those heroes that you really need to just practice. And Zlapt, who primarily plays mid or jungle in team matchmaking, and especially in competitive, then he really doesn't have the same, as you say, muscle memory. But
absolutely, I think he would even agree. But it's it's just. We'll have to see how that continues for them moving forward. Boom here at the top lane, Warbeast. He's gonna die. He tempted fate there for a while, and then eventually Behemoth went with the Fisher Stun, and obviously had the supports coming in. So another case of, you think Sync's getting a little greedy here in a couple cases. And it's kind of closing that gap now, at least a little bit with the experience. I mean, the gold's remaining pretty similar, but again, we still have a Wild Soul here who's farming very, very well, and that's not changing. So, and the portal keys are coming, both Behemoth and Pebbles. Behemoth especially. It's coming quickly. Prisoner does have his now. With that said, he's going to maybe try for Wild Soul here. He does have a little bit of support
I wouldn't
nearby.
be surprised. Lodestone there. If he can hook the Wild Soul up the hill.
Oh, yeah, he's got this. Oh, man, I thought that was a chance right there.
He's going to get it now.
Do it. Oh, he hits it, and
key.
now Wild Soul. He's like, what the hell just happened? Pull back and swap off from Andromeda. Beautiful swap from Hugo Big. And going to save the day.
Big.
That was huge from him for sure.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Well,
And that's where Andro comes into play. That's where it's a fantastic hero, but other than that, I think that's just gonna be his role all game.
Hmm.
Swap.
Oh yeah.
Pebbles, no PK. Silhouette does have the illusion up now, and he's gonna swap out just to be safe.
Oh,
But you
right
see that
there.
sync are just completely comfortable. I mean, they've taken control of like everything. Like the Legion Woods, it's not safe for Hellborn to be there at all. I mean, Legion Woods, it's not safe for Legion to be there at all. And then you have, you know, a Silhouette farming the woods, farming the lanes constantly, and you have Warbeast just split pushing. So, you know, they've got everything going for them right now. Even though you'd expect a team with 2 semi-supports to really just, you know, benefit from the early game, because that's when farm matters less,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Look at the setup middle lane right here. Behemoth. Ooh, he was going with the Veiled Rot, but decided not to open. Meanwhile, Prisoner tries for a hook.
Those
Almost
dogs.
got Andromeda. Yeah, the Hellhound's getting the vision, but just out of range right there. So that hook ends up missing from Prisoner, as Wild's also going to run into Lodestone. Kind of put some pressure on him in the meantime. So you can tell, though, trying to use this portal key on Behemoth right here. I don't think they've shown it. Oh, well, the Hellhounds definitely have spotted it now. As, again, he's doing a good job of scouting out with him, as any good Warbeast player would be, so.
Well, I mean, we've seen some games where I managed to call out that they should be scouting, and they just don't do it. But Boom, someone who we've never seen before in our life,
Yeah.
is doing it better than, like,
Don't
very
say
many
names.
players. I'm not going to say names. Very many players that
Definitely
have been
slapped.
on the comp scene.
It's good that he's planted over slapped here, right? Like, he's
Yeah,
obviously
confirmed.
superior,
No,
yeah.
no doubt about it. Boom confirmed best player.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that sarcastically at all, although it might sound that way.
I want to see his Legionnaire and Ophelia, man. Apparently that's
Yeah.
what he's going for. Top lane, Silhouette already, she just swapped! And they're
it's
going to waste
still-
everything, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Pebbles has his portal key in 400 now. So when they get that up, that's when they really need to start doing stuff, because Probusk is not going to carry this versus a Warbeast and the Lodestone and the Silhouette, because those heroes are just too great. And I mean, Behemoth, if he gets God ultis off, fantastic. But he also has to realize that he's versus Mickey Prisoner, who can...
Speaking of that, they're going to catch
Yeah,
Wild Soul up
Wild
here.
Soul.
I don't think they have enough damage, though, man. Look at how
No,
tanky
he's
he
bending
is. And that
But he
life
has to
still
get out.
kicking in. But yeah, the TPs are
The
coming in.
hook.
Another pullback, though. And now Torturous here. If he lands that stun, that should be a kill. There we go. The swap once again,
You
though,
go
from
big.
Andromeda.
But Zibe comes in to get the last hit on
Oh,
that.
yeah, he does pick him off in the end. So the save attempt was there, but this time it does come up short still. Behemoth now
Lodestone.
going to find Lodestone with Pebbles, get the kill out of it, so at least get something there to kind of be happy about. But losing Wild Soul, no doubt, the dagger in the heart there for Fresh.
But I mean, he was pushed up so far as well, and I don't blame him for it. Where can he go? You see that Boom? He's still just happily farming in the woods, in the Legion woods, and all the wards there and stuff. He can get out every single time without any issues. And then, you know, Wild Soul has to farm somewhere, and if he's going to be restricted to getting that one wave mid every time and the Ancients, it's not going to be enough. He really needs to, you know, make a risky play to get some farm, and unfortunately this time it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I also wonder what he's planning to build here as Boom, that is on a war base. He has 2,500 gold right now saved up. He's doing some triple stack Ancients, so I also kind of wonder, is there's a Warhammer?
Shrunken?
So yeah, probably
Yeah,
would be a
Shrunken.
Shrunken. Okay, there's
Yeah.
a blade. But yeah, if he's kind of has his own free will to build what he wants, or if he's kind of referring to Slapped to be like, all right, what should I get? But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in the end, going to be going the Shrunken, which is pretty routine, obviously. Not a surprising pick.
I half expected a puzzle box,
Yeah.
to be honest, because having a Silhouette on the team, Silhouette takes up quite a lot of space, you know, and especially in the late game. So in that way, Boom could have gone for the puzzle box and, you know, the demonic, just to be very utility and team based. Okay, Boom is stopping Ancients from spawning.
Oops.
That's fine.
It happens.
Yep.
Prisoner, he was, again, kind of being aggressive. If anything, kind of keeping the guess. Look at this. He's going to try to get a couple of creep kills. Gets one of them. Then he falls back. So just being annoying really is Mickey right there against this Legion side. But in the end, Probusk will get a bit of the farm that he's looking for and goes back to the bottom now to continue that. So definitely has now shifted into that 4-1 strat here officially. You see a lot of the team of Fresh moving around as a team while Probusk kind of does his own thing farming. He is going the Frost of Skull, by the way. As he has that Ice Brand here. So, a lot of people consider Ice Brand to be a pretty bad item on its own, especially as like a first item. But, I mean, a Frost of Skull at the same time is pretty good, so especially on Wild Soul. So, yeah, getting the Frost of Skull, then it'll actually be pretty impactful to have. But
we really need to see some towers being taken by Mint. I mean, they have to get some of that golden experience lead back, and the main way they do it this game right now is either pickoffs or towers, because if they take a full-on team fight, I think they're just going to get completely wrecked.
Pebbles?
Or their base is going to be destroyed.
He's good. Yeah, so getting those tower kills, pretty high priority on the list, you would think, again, still not having any at 20.5 minutes into this game. Not the best of signs, especially when you have something like a Wild Soul. Silhouette, by the way, she's doing very well as far as farm goes. You got Portal Key and the Nullstone finish. Middle lane, they're going to jump into Behemoth. Now they're supporting nearby, though. They're going to turn this on a Prisoner. Shockwave comes out. The Glacial Downpour. Is it going to be enough damage? Swap at the last second as well. Down goes Behemoth, though. And Andromeda cannot do enough damage to finish off Prisoner. Has a Common Stone, but I don't think he's getting in range. And there's the Portal Key to officially escape. So the attempt was there. It was almost bait in the end, but it did not work. Andromeda goes down too. She ends up getting caught by Serenia right there. So, yep, not working as planned perhaps for the Legion team there.
Yeah. And I mean, Boom has not been in any of these team fights yet. He has 9 assists. Most of anyone in the team. That were, what's it called? Battlecry just doing way too much.
Good tool, and as you mentioned earlier, maxed it out even as soon as possible. So yeah, really enhancing the damage of his teammates especially, as well as himself, of course.
And like, although he hasn't really actively been there himself, his dogs have been doing enough work. He's just been farming, and I mean, why not? His team seems to be able to handle it without him, and he's just giving great vision.
Yeah. There's the Frost of Skull and Wild Soul. So he will have it now. Going to be delivered to him here, but again, I mean, you could argue that that's probably an item where now they should really start grouping up and maybe getting some tower pushes as you're getting at earlier, because the longer they do wait, then it's just feels like it's not going to really be that effective in the end. So Frost of Skull, he's level 16 on top of that, so I mean, he's really tanky right now.
And I mean, I mentioned it to you before that Wild Soul kind of has a weird, what's it called? A weird, like, how useful it is. It's very, like, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, in the ultimate late game, sure, he's great, but, like, he's trying to kill Torture now.
Yeah,
but
that
he's...
Rev War. He ran past a couple Rev Wars, and he actually is going to stomp him a couple times, a swipe even, but it doesn't matter. He's just not enough damage, and now he doesn't see him anymore. So, good job by Serenia. I mean, just keeping on running. Obviously, he figured that was the case. Figured that there were some Rev Wards around, just happened to be. And well, he said, if I get out of range of them, then I survive, and so he did. So, distracted a little bit right there, but yeah, a very up and down hero is what you're getting at though with Wild Soul and also, just especially as a solo core, like Wild Soul doesn't scream a hero that you want as your solo go-to carry either.
It's because he doesn't do enough damage.
Yeah,
that's really the issue. Like at 20 to 30 minutes, he's still going to be very useful because he's got that huge farming ability. He's going to do that the entire time, pretty much. But after a while, he's not going to hit harder than a Dark Lady or do more damage than Oogie or even Arachna, single target. Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, big fight middle lane. Probusk porting there, trying to help in time. Glacius is going to survive for now, getting very low. Lowstone Shadowstorm goes off. Glacius still alive, though. No, finally will take down to that Shackle, but they get 2 kills in return. Both Lodestone and Torturer there. So, Fresh winning a fight, one of the few that they have been able to come in on top of as far as numbers-wise. Now, what do they do off of it is the question. You see Silhouette and Prisoner making their way towards top lane, but it looks like they're going to finally be pushing middle. Getting a tower kill here.
It's something they desperately need, and they could easily go for 2 towers at the speed that Wild Soul pushes.
Yeah.
They just need a demonic now, and then I don't think he's gonna fall to any. Like, you see the Hellborn team, and their one flaw is that they're so physical. So, really good from a different guy in Slaska to pick up on that and go for Void Talisman.
Wow, good point.
Yeah, you see, like all of the Hellborn team, even the Lodestone and the Torturer have, for a huge part, they have physical damage.
True.
So, like, Andrew Glacius gets some voids.
Well, they're going to find Wild Soul, but as you mentioned, that armor, man, when that ulti form, it's taking a while to kill him. Now they might get it in the end. He chucks him in. The swap in the last second, but that was bad by Pebbles. He prevented him from swapping him out. Oh, no. Pebbles going to go down to a hat trick for Boom right there. Oh, gee, I mean, I feel for them, but yeah, Slaske honestly made a pretty poor decision right there. He chucked in Andromeda, and Andrew's like, wait a second, I need to swap him out, and so he still swapped, but he was right next to him, so it essentially did nothing right there. Oh, that's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, that looked really awkward as well. I mean, it was just, why would you ever throw in your support, unless it's like an engineer?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, I'm condemning you to death by toss. Death by Chuck.
Unless he thought he was like closer, like when he portal keyed in, if he thought he was actually like in the fight, and so he was trying to chuck one of them. I mean, that's understandable, but yeah, I mean, you got to think that wasn't intentional, but it just kind of was the heat of the moment type of deal. He just was going in and figured chuck the closest target. It just so happened to be the worst target on the map that he chose right there. So. Yeah, not to say the fight would have gone amazingly different, to be fair. I mean, Sync definitely got the jump on a Wild Soul, and they were going to be able to come out victorious in that fight. It's just a matter if they killed Wild Soul in the end, which, of course, they did there.
Oh, different guy actually getting a kill on Mickey.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
Nice find onto him. Obviously, Conger going down, but kills Mickey and stops the streak, too, so...
Yeah, exactly. The 643 gold. I mean, he could work his way towards Resto Stone, and I think that's exactly what he's doing. And he's actually only needs the pattern.
Resto Stone. Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna go spell shards.
He might, but I would highly
be against it. I mean, he only need 1,000 gold for the pattern, so he would have bought it by now. So I know Zibe actually comes to mind as far as somebody that may build it every once in a while. So, but yeah, it looks like he's gonna go.
This game, it's like you see the fact that you have Warbeast with Shrunken, and no one except for Torturer actually has vestments. So the way spell shards works, it's 60% of their magic armor is ignored. Yeah, so you look at that and you think, okay, so the more magic armor, the more effective it is. Because if he were to get it now, like Silhouette, that would be, like, what, 3 magic armor ignored?
Not a whole lot.
Of his 5? Yeah, exactly. Point. And it's a lot of, it's like, it's probably around, I don't know how the math really works, but there are, like, diminishing returns on getting more armor and stuff, but yeah.
No, that's fair. Like if the team's not like heavy magic armor, if they don't have a lot of vestments, if they don't have the Gnome's wisdom, especially
like against a Devourer.
Yeah, against a Devourer, of course. Yeah, it seems like it might be
against an Arachna, against high magic armor targets.
Well, yeah. So
Busk, goodbye.
Not here makes sense. Pro Busk. Oh no, they're gonna find him. No, not really though.
He's not gonna care. And Yugabek with the kill on Zibe actually in the top lane.
Him and the 2 others involved right there. Double damage Prisoner eventually gets here, but obviously Wild Soul has already escaped at this point, so unable to catch up to him. But yeah, that is really interesting what you're bringing up about just this is very physical here on the Hellborn side. And actually, sure enough, Andromeda now is a Void Talisman, and no doubt Glacius is also working on one here. So they're going to have 4 Void Talismans here. I never hear about Wild Soul, of course, and he's just going to be too tanky, as we almost saw in the last fight.
And on that note, I really dislike the fact that Zlapt is going to go for, it looks like a shield breaker.
Yeah.
Like, just go straight Harkins. Just do it. Otherwise, no, but even Wild Soul only has 5 magic armor. It would be reduced to 0.
No one's
if you were
getting
to
a
get a
shrunk in
Harkins.
this game. Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
great point.
Like, skip, like he should go for a Shrunken now on Silhouette and then a Harkins, because you look at the Legion team and 3 Void Talismans plus a Wild Soul with 21.9 armor, and when he activates his ulti, that gets increased to 29 almost.
God.
Yeah, wait, yeah, 29. Pretty much 28.9.
Look at this, in fact. So we're caught up with this. How about Zibe going a Codex?
Getting Codex. I love it. I find it absolutely fantastic.
It
Just
makes
because you get true
sense.
damage.
Yeah, it makes sense with this lineup and with them going Void Talismans. It actually is a rare game where Codex is like, yeah, you know what? I like it. How about, wait, did he go Savage? Holy crap,
Yeah.
someone went a full Savage even, too. He's already preparing for the Wingbow, which was just picked up.
Yeah, I mean, good choice. But still, get the Shrunken and then a Harkins. Without a doubt. Just do it. Best thing to do.
No, I honestly think that's a very good point that you're making, and it does make a lot of sense. It would not surprise me if we see Slapped eventually get that combo, the Harkons especially. So for now, going to try to do without it. Again, the Wingbow is finished on Wild Soul, and Savage not necessarily as strong as it was before against that Wingbow, but it is still effective against it. It will allow him to not miss in certain cases. Does he have the illusion up? Of course he does. It's all the way over here. That is a fake one actually on the Ancients now. So just gonna kind of farm a little bit maybe and bait out some abilities, but not gonna make a push just yet. They got the token for another only 20 seconds actually. So in the end, they're not gonna really use the token here.
It's pretty funny, by the way, how Wild Souls, when he changes form, he gets unit walking. And when he, like in the bear form, he has unit walking, and in the ranged form, he has 100 more range.
That's true.
Oh, what a nice catch by Diff in the bottom lane.
Should be a kill. Yeah, he doesn't have the TP here, so they do get the kill. So that's a good find by them. And again, Mint's kind of done enough right now to at least prevent this game from definitely being over, of course, and give themselves actually a legitimate shot. This has just been a very uphill battle for Mint from the very beginning of this game. Obviously with the disaster that happened at the top lane with the trial lane and everything, but they've been able to grind it out long enough here now where we're now 31 minutes into the game. They still only have 2 tower kills. No, they have 3. I guess the middle secondary was killed too, so they do have 3 tower kills. But you see the bottom
gonna
first
go for
tower.
bottom.
Jeez, still up.
And he pushes so fast. Like,
oh, meanwhile, Pebbles, by the way, he's going to stop right here in the middle lane. He does have support coming in now. Void Talisman's going to be used, of course, and try to prevent any damage coming out, but they just TP away, or Portal Key even. And now Silhouette. No.
oh man, that looked pretty funny though. He applied the shackle on Pebbles, and the debuff duration actually took effect. So 30% of 9 seconds was reduced.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Pretty nice.
With the slap skin, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
that's one of those abilities on a Pebble. It's like he's obviously so known for just this combo and even the ultimate, how he just grows bigger and hits harder. But yeah, Slapskin is actually a pretty strong ability. I mean, the armor that it provides, and then on top of the 40% debuff reduction, excuse me. So, yeah, it's funny to see him get hit by sheep sticks and stuff, and he's pops out really quickly. You're just like, oh, that's right.
And you're like, wait, what's going on here? It's only a 2. I think that's honestly what makes the hero so much stronger in the late game than what people expect.
True.
Because also the fact that his Chuck, it scales off of dealing. Never mind.
Well, they're gonna catch Prisoner right here, by the way, and yeah, it will be a free kill. So, I mean, I know it's still a pretty solid lead here for Sync stat-wise, but it feels like Fresh has actually got something pretty positive going here.
And they're just pushing base.
And with Prisoner dead, he does have a buyback, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, Mint should...
Whoa.
Different guy killing Slapped alone? Because why not?
Wow. Yeah, I caught that at the last second. I actually thought that was still the illusion for a second. Meanwhile, at the base, they do get the kill on a Pebbles, and now chasing back Glacius. There's the Codex to finish him off. So they do prevent the tower from going down, but... yeah, different guy. And that was a fantastic play by him. He actually tableted to the real one to finish him off. Tableted and then used the shockwave to get the kill. So, but I thought the way it died, I thought it was the illusion. But no, you're right. That was the real one. Lapped again, kind of getting caught here on Silhouette.
I think he used his illusion right before TPing, so he could go back to it when they win the fight and push the tower real quick. But yeah, I don't know. Just he ported in full vision of the tower, I'm assuming, or at least that's where he died.
He was
Kinda.
basically there,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't catch the beginning of it, so I'm not 100% sure, but Behemoth clearly got him.
I mean, just double clicking on where Silhouette died, that's even in vision of the tower. So he must have ported right there, or at least around there. And yeah, that's not a mistake you can make against a level 19 Behemoth right now.
Yeah, who is also, again, pretty close now to the Resto Stone, as we believe to expect to see here. He did go the tablet
He did
before,
go tablet before, yeah.
which got him that kill, actually, so
Mm-hmm.
that paying off there.
And so, although Mint is 10k gold behind, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, it feels like Mint's in the lead. Like, if we were to hide the stats completely, like, I would actually believe Mint would, if you were to tell me that Mint's in the lead right now, like, with this Wild Soul especially. He is getting
570 gold per minute.
ridiculous here, yeah.
It almost felt like Sync was trying to delay the game to allow Hextron to come in, but that just might be a mistake.
That's a good point, yeah. I don't know if they intentionally were delaying this game as far as
No,
the actual gameplay, but at the beginning, yes, they were talking about that, how they were trying to, because, yeah, he was going to be about an hour late here.
With all those voids, like 4 voids on the Legion team, they make Mickey completely useless. There's nothing Mickey can do unless he gets something like a sheep stick.
Yeah, he's not that's true. He's really not going to be that impactful other than the Wild Soul somewhat, but yeah, the Void Talismans really do kind of cancel out his usefulness for sure. So again, clearly proven to be very good choices here by the Legion side. And although it's almost like, we see a lot of games where we see the multiple Shrunkins, of course, across the board, but never multiple Void Talismans, at least to this extreme. But again, this is a game for it, and you mentioned that was the one really flaw in the draft here of Sync Esports, and they're feeling it. But a way to deal with that, to be fair, is Harkons, as you made that point earlier. And so I really would like to see the Harkons on Silhouette still. Hell, even Warbeast at this point, get that ability to be able to do great damage against them when they're trying to cancel out your damage, of course. So he did finish a full demonic, by the way, on Warbeast, which, of course, is understandable here.
Mm-hmm.
But is he leveling up that Codex, by the way, too? It's still level. Oh, he gets that Acolyte staff.
No, yeah, he got an Acolyte staff. So I think he's going to be going for the Sheaf Stick as well. Good pickup here. But I mean, that swap is pretty great. And if Glacius or Andro can manage to pick up a Storm Spirit as well, that would just be great. That would really help them out this game. And different guy, bottom lane. Is he going to kill Zlapt?
Now that's an interesting pause. Is that the real? It is the real Silhouette right now.
I think he's dead. He has Resto Stone up.
He is about to hit the Enrage too, and then he has Resto Stone, as you mentioned. Which does he go for the Fissure here after the Enrage, or does he just Resto Shockwave again?
I don't know if he can maximize it. He could go. He could Enrage, hit Fissure. Hit, Resto, ulti, Enrage, hit, but the chance that he swaps out is pretty large in that case. I mean, to be safe, I would honestly just Fissure, hit, because, the Fissure stun is a bit longer than the Enrage stun from Heavyweight. So, I mean, he could do both. I think he has to maximize it out, though, otherwise he won't have enough damage.
Yeah. This is
awkward.
It's giving him time to think about it here as far as, how he wants to go about this. Obviously, Zlap's trying to mess with him there. And, oh, yeah, no, it's just an illusion. Ha, ha, ha. Don't waste everything. But,
yeah,
it's the real one, so, yeah, it is unfortunate. It's not like he got jumped and paused the game immedially. I mean, that wouldn't be something you'd do, so. Just happened to be the
game, though?
timing.
You only see Hellborn.
Yep, we don't know for sure, but... I mean, Warbeast disconnected there and now came back, so. All right, anyways, we're going to see what happens here.
Okay.
He's going to be stunned currently. I got
Enrage.
Camera locked on him. He is going to go for the stomp. He goes for the shockwave again, and there we go. Yep. He performed
that. Was a lot of damage from Enrage alone.
Yep. That hits pretty hard. So that's another kill on Silhouette here, and the Behemoth is It is Bane, man. That's now
and
back-to-back
look at
times
this,
by
Waltzel.
himself. And Waltzel gets involved in the fight. Silhouette does buy back, by the way. Is coming back into the fight. Waltzel caught. There's the swap out. It just doesn't matter, though. You even saw the Codex hitting. But as soon as the Shatterstorm hit, he really did melt right there. So that was the big factor, no doubt. Behemoth getting here late. Obviously, he doesn't have much left with the Shockwaves being used double at the bottom lane for the kill, and he can't do much as a result. Waltzel does buy back. He doesn't have Boo Boo currently, and actually they are going to catch real Silhouette. He tree comes away, kinda. Not the first Behemoth. No, he can't get the stop off in time.
Waltzel, though,
and Silhouette will survive. Waltzel does have Boo Boo ready to spawn, by the way. He is going to bring it back up, and Waltzel's doing plenty, though. Double tap. Silhouette still on the run. One more auto attack. Can he actually get this off? Oh, man, what an auto attack. Oh, he's able to juke right there. Stalagmites. Can Pebbles? No, he cannot. He actually ports away. Well played by Slapped right there at the end.
But this should be an opening for Congo, regardless.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they have buybacks on Boom and on Mickey, but yeah. Sheepstick picked up on Zibe now. They are going to be trying to defend it, and well, Behemoth is coming up now. He has his ulti in 15 seconds, so honestly, either team could just take this.
Yeah.
And Zlap did ward right there.
Now,
and they're going to counter it.
Oh, this is interesting. Glacius running in. Silhouette, she does not have her illusion up. She does, okay. She does have her illusion up. So worst case,
but they're just going to let it happen.
Back, yeah, no buybacks happening, so they're just going to let it happen. And that will be a token now for Probusk as well. He's got that Firebrand, remember, so perhaps even, yep, there we go, the Geometer's Bane coming, so, and we saw in that last fight.
What should he even get after that? A Rift Shards? Just hit as hard as you can, because I still get the feeling he's not hitting very hard. He doesn't have any, like, damage items right now.
Bloodborne Maul.
Please don't ever say that again. remember what Formless said. Man, this item sucks. Right before they win the game, and he has it.
Yeah. Okay, don't get Bloodborne Maul. Yeah, no, Rift Shards would be interesting. As you said, if you're looking for just the raw damage, that makes sense here. You know what? You know what? Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, no.
No, because I guess,
Is it a crazy idea?
Well, no, Spiked Bola I'm kind of sitting here thinking about for the Hellborn team, honestly. Against this Wild Soul, but Geometer's Bane would remove it, I would think, so maybe not as much anymore.
Look at the effect of Pebbles might be screwed up, but this is
nope.
so huge
There's
if
that
Behemoth
swap.
can be here.
There's that swap. Behemoth, if he gets here in time, no, he's not even nearby, actually. So they are going to get the kill on Andromeda. They're going to kill Pebbles. Glacius actually manages to get away somehow.
Not how, but I don't know. But the fact that Behemoth wasn't there with the double ulti, that just destroyed them.
That would have been insane.
That would have been like the Mickey genocide when we casted last time.
Yep.
With the huge Tempest ultimate coming out from Ice and Go-Go, and then Mickey just like, no, I buy back and kill all of you.
The bottom lane, yeah. I remember that fresh there, so. Well, you see now a turn or counter push even from Sync. It's their turn to push back over the secondary tower middle, but again, you see Wild Soul, he's like, well, come at me. I have to get through this huge wall that I am right here. So that Geometer's Bane, once again, a double damage room, which actually just wears off right there. But I don't think they're going to be able to push past this. I mean, they don't have the token, remember. Wild Soul's the one with it, just under 3 minutes now remaining. Yeah, Sync can't really play as aggressive as they like to right now because of that especially. So, and you know what? The way Silhouette's saving up gold with that Warhammer, I think she might be going the Harkons. I think that kind of hit Slapped as well of like, you know what? I need to be able to damage here with all these Void Talismans and armor on
with anyone. Yeah, just you look at Zlap right now, 38.1 armor.
On Zlapped?
Yeah,
no.
I mean not
you
on
mean Wild
Provost.
Soul. Okay. I'm like, whoa, how does he have that much?
And he's getting 10 armor from his bear form.
Yep.
Apparently.
So it's 62% damage reduction without bear form, but when he goes into bear form, we'll see here in a second. I'll try to double check, but it's got to be in the 70s at least, of course.
But that's weird. It says toggle on bear form. Bear form grants Wild Soul 7 armor, both effects of natural attunement, but then bear form effects is like plus 10 armor.
Yeah, the 70.3 reduction. I'm not sure how that.
No, I think the tooltip is screwed up.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make a point of that because that's a good point. That's actually before I do that though, because they're gonna catch. But look at this. He's like, I just TP'd. No, that's not gonna work.
Is Slav dead? Yeah, Slav. Different
again?
guy. Again.
Oh my gosh. I Is that a double ultimate? It was, wasn't it? Yep.
Yeah, it was, but what does it matter? His left died.
I'm sitting
And
here
he went for
watching
the shrunken even.
sitting here watching Glacius fall in the middle lane, and sure enough, Zlap gets picked off again at the bottom lane on Silhouette. So, yeah, you're right. He went the Shrunken, which wasn't even used right there because the lockdown was too much. So, oh boy, this is this is not
Awkward.
good for Sync here. I mean, it's crazy because they continue to be in the lead here by a bit, but
But, I mean, I
not
gotta. Like, sure, Waltzel is really, really farmed and he does a lot of damage, etc., but oh, what a hook on Pebbles.
yeah, but Waltzel running in now, trying to fight them off. Behemoth jumps in. He doesn't have a shockwave, but it might not matter. Here comes a combo from Pebbles. He runs away now. Waltzel in the midst of it. He gets swapped out, but it's a token. Honestly, not sure why he got swapped out. I felt like he would have been fine, but maybe he was calling for it. Andromeda, I don't think he's getting away. Boy, Talisman will just delay the inevitable, and yes, he goes down. That was the second and final buyback, though, on Silhouette, so still kind of a victory for Mint right there with him dying.
And
Warby's
Warby's goes for a Basher instead of a. Like, come on, guys, get the Harkins already. No, but really, like, what are they gonna do with a Basher on
Yeah,
Warby's? He can't even hit anybody.
No, I'm with you 100%. I really am. This is as rare as an item it is to see. This is a game that screams it some way, somehow. But this is a game that screams Harkons. And between Warbeast and Silhouette, you'd think at least one of them would have gone for it by now. But no, they are not. And still not, as this game continues to be a nail-biter here now.
And I mean, I've mentioned multiple times that Waltzel is not the hero to really be that impressive late game, but I think because of the circumstances that the Hellborn team is fully physical and have 0 magic damage at all, he's doing so much better than expected. So I'm completely wrong in the fact that he can't do well. It just really depends on what team he's against, I guess.
You know what I want to say here is if I'm Wildsole, especially realizing that they're not going Harkons, just get a full demonic, man. Just get a full demonic here.
Yeah, on Wildsole,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, then he still does lack a bit of damage, so
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, that attack speed that you get from demonic and the increased because of the negative
Mhm.
armor, I feel like that's actually good. It's not a Rift Shards damage, sure, but it's some good damage. But yeah, I mean,
I like, by the way, how his Boo Boo is carrying his TP for him.
Is it? No, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna keep that.
He can be maxed out without having to ever get post haste.
True.
Because although post haste is a great item for mobility, like a Wild Soul moves so quickly all the time, anyways, that the attack speed and so. Oh, is that dead prisoner? That was weird. He got hit, but
It didn't actually go
managed
off.
to PK as well.
Yeah. Same frame kind of deal. By the way, Rift Shards was purchased on Wild Soul, so he is going that just I want damage route, which again makes sense.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to keep his buyback.
Yep.
Understandable, and he is going to be hitting a lot harder now.
How about Pebbles too? I mean, it's unfortunate that Pebbles, and I think maybe that's kind of one of the bigger reasons why they aren't able to get at least a little bit on the lead here or close the gap. Is that he really hasn't been able to have that good. He's got the portal key and the Void Talisman, but that's it now. 45 minutes into a game, he does have 2,200 gold saved up, and they need a Soul's Bulwark. I feel like so he should be getting that. Like.
Or Boo Boo.
Somebody needs a Soul's Bulwark on this Legion team. So we're
And
kind of criticizing
yeah.
no Harkons. Honestly, this Legion team has done a pretty poor job of prioritizing a Soul's Bulwark. So I think getting
Yeah,
that here
but it's the idea that they just want to keep a buyback, and Pebbles hasn't really been farming either. So yeah, they need the Soul's Bulwark, but whether they have the time to get that I think that that's just really the issue. They only have Wild Soul farming right now, and the rest are just running around. I mean, Behemoth has done some great plays which allow him to get more farm, but yeah. Okay, they see the Invis rune being picked up with that Hellhound.
I get what you're saying there, but he has 2,500 gold right now. He should buy it, honestly. Buy it and keep it defensive, if anything, because that's going to be where that's what matters here. So. I don't know. I hope before another fight breaks out that maybe they somehow get it, but at this rate, it doesn't look like it, honestly. If anything's even for a buyback, which I don't know if I agree with either, but Silhouette, that's a fake one currently. So, okay.
And it doesn't even do anything.
So they might have actually gone for it right there. It actually stayed alive a little longer, but...
I'm just looking at the potential, though, from Wild Soul right now. Like, he could you know, give the bear his abyssal skull and still get a demonic on top of it all, or a heart even.
Hmm. I want to see the
It's
spiked
so
bola,
funny.
man.
On Silhouette.
I think the Hellborn team, its Silhouette would be the candidate for it, but granted, we're talking about Harkons here too, so I think that would still
I
be a
think
priority
Harkins,
for sure.
yeah.
But now, again, the one downside of the spiked bola is that Geometer's Bane would remove the debuff, so that in itself,
But,
I guess, is
yeah.
enough to maybe not get it, but that would be
Okay,
interesting
well,
to see.
Wild Soul hits really hard now, especially when Andromeda is next to him. Like, I always forget about that aura just doing that much
True.
for the base damage.
That is very true. Yeah, Andromeda, as long as it's only level 3 as well. It's not even maxed out here. Now, the radius of it, it's 800. God, did that get buffed? I feel like that's bigger than what it even used to be, but anyways. So as long as he's somewhat close by, yeah, we see him critting for nearly 900 damage here in certain cases. So, and he's attacking really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a concern for sure. Sheepstick on Behemoth top lane, by the
Oh,
way.
Behemoth
Is this a dead
is
Behemoth?
so
Probably. Yes, he is going to go down. He does have a buyback,
does,
however.
yeah.
Shrunken was used by Silhouette. There's the buyback, by the way. They catch Torturer, but the Hellborn team is already falling back. So, yeah, I think an
And they get an
early
eye out of it.
buyback there from Behemoth, honestly. But does scare them off.
And now he's out of buybacks.
Yeah.
So they really need to use this buyback, or they need to completely trust Wild Soul to carry this in the late game. But Zlapt, just pick up the Harkins blade, and maybe you can hit things. Because even the Behemoth took such a long time to die, simply because he had the Void Talisman up.
God, 4,500 gold on Lodestone, too. Coming out
And
right here.
Yugobik is getting the Storm Spirit. I love it.
Yep. That's the role he's playing, that's for sure. So, as Andromeda usually does. There it is. The Harkons has officially been purchased.
There we go.
Silhouette, so
But
really,
now Kong is already going to be dead.
it was a matter of time, but yeah, now it is a case of is it a too little too late type of deal. We'll see, as there is a Conger kill. And a full token on Wild Soul. Bananas as well, right? Yeah, on Behemoth here. He got them. Silhouette pushes the top tower down. at least.
Hellflower on Prisoner.
Yep, good item to have. You know what I'd like to see on Lodestone, especially with him getting all the gold saved up? A Resto Stone. I think a
Resto
Lodestone
Stone?
would be really interesting. Double Shatterstorm?
To get the double
And
sheep.
double sheep?
Yep. There we go. And he picks it up.
Did he? Okay, cool.
Are you whispering in his ear?
I might have been messaging him that, yeah.
But there we go. Resto Stone picked up on Lodestone, and I love it. I was thinking like Lodestone. I
Yeah.
almost thought you said Wild Soul, but oh,
Oh boy, this is
That was
interesting.
seen.
That Veiled Rot, yeah, they saw him right there, portal key away. But man, if they, if
How
he
are they
didn't
still
get seen,
16? Yeah.
oh geez, that could have been something for Sync. But because he got seen, that kind of alerted them, and then everyone scatters away.
But how are they 16k gold?
I know, it feels so weird. It's because no one else is getting farm here on this Legion team. I guess Behemoth kind of is, but.
But it doesn't even matter. Like, oh, what a hook though.
All right, well, there we go. Remember, he has a token, so be careful. Okay, they are going to swap him. I was going to say, they don't need to swap him necessarily, but they do
But he
swap
can just
him.
lifesteal now. There we
Now he
go. And he's
lifesteals.
for HP.
Jeez, that was fast. Yeah, with the crits
I mean, how
especially.
much? Yeah, I mean his 20% lifesteal from attunement plus the void and another hook in on him,
Oh, there's the ulti for
and he
him.
just keeps hitting it.
Yeah, you see, it's the Hellborn team's very, very careful with this. Again, the Harkons, when it hits, it does do some good damage. But he's not comfortable sitting there right-clicking. So there's the tower. They're not split pushing or anything either. So this is just all mint right here, pushing into the base. They have all the time in the world. And they're just going to work away at the Melee Rex. I mean, this is going to be a dead Melee Rex. Here we go, the first Shatterstorm. It hits Wild Soul. There's a Sheepstick. He is going to be stuck in that Sheepstick for a while. Glacius goes down. The Shockwave, though, on top it. Double Shockwave. It knocked. Oh, it is. Oh, he couldn't get it off, actually. They do kill Pebbles. They do kill Wild Soul. They just melt the Legion team. Here comes the second Wild Soul, though, after the token. But that Harkons, and guess what? It is doing work from Silhouette right here, and it is enough to kill him. The quad kill for Zlap. Now, they got the melee racks, but a quad kill for Zlap coming out and a genocide for Sync Esports in the end. So the Shatterstorms were huge from Lodestone, no doubt, and we just saw the Legion team kind of just melt after that. So,
But now 2 Rex are down, and Wild Soul does have a buyback as well as Pebbles as well as Andromeda. Duh.
I forgot about the middle being down too already. You're right. That's 2 sets of racks now. I guess melee
And
technically, but still.
against the Wild Soul, like, how are they ever going to push now? Because every single time, like, he just buys back here. That's a given, and then he just buys, I don't know, like a Soulsborg. what we've been getting at, you know.
Yeah.
But
How did
oh,
Pebbles, by
man.
the way? Pebbles had over 4,000 gold going in there. I'm sorry, but come on. You can't do
Yeah,
that, man.
that's
In a
that's
game like this,
sloppy.
you cannot be doing that. But anyway, Silhouette bottom lane, that is the real one
Is-
for now.
Is he not buying back?
He's not buying back either. Wild Soul's not for now, and they're going to give up the melee racks, it looks like. Yeah, definitely no.
Well, Behemoth is up in 2 seconds. But yeah, it's
He's got a Shockwave in 20. He could just Resto Stone, though. There goes the melee rack cell. So, yeah, I guess they're just fine kind of giving it up in the end. Not wanting to waste these precious buybacks here.
in quotation marks, waste.
Yeah. It's debate. I mean, I see where because they are still up a racks technically, even with that going down. So I mean, I get it. Like it's because buybacks are so precious, especially on your carry and Wild Soul here. But it was definitely debatable whether or not he should have.
But he has 6.9k gold now. Come on. And okay, Slaska goes for a Storm Spirit instead.
Okay.
So they still don't have a Soulsborg.
Yeah, I don't. Again, it's
I
like,
mean, at this point, he has a Harkins.
I mean, they got the Void Talismans, to be fair. So, like, maybe that's their logic. It's like, you know what, we have a way to become immune to it already, so why even worry about... Like, I don't know if I agree with that, if that's the logic, because there's still that downtime of where the Void Talisman's not up, of course, but... yeah, I mean, I guess that could be a little bit there. Shrunken Head is the choice on Wild Soul, by the way. Okay, so he still feels like a Shrunken is
Just go hard this
here.
game, then.
Yeah.
Like, he would have...
Well,
he would have had almost 4k life.
I mean, the Harkons probably does that, right? Where now he wants to be able to prevent the Harkons from being as useful now, so...
Okay, but then he needs to just go Demonic on Boo Boo. Without a doubt.
Yeah. No, it's... Well, he does still have the one buyback, so he has to keep that in mind, too.
If he just farms a bit more gold, he's going to have a buyback and a Soulsborg. And Warbeast.
Oh, Warbeast dropping a half life already. Yeah, he's going to be caught in the Storm Spirit, though. Be fine for now. There's that Shockwave, though. He will melt away and go down. Pebbles does die in the midst of it. Wild Soul's in the middle of that, too. The Shadow Storm's going off. Wild Soul, can he survive this with a life? Still, he's still barely alive, but not alive enough. He goes down. A quad kill again for his lab. Just a cluster of a fight. Buyback is used on Wild Soul. He buys post-ace, by the way. Oh, boy. So he might just be going for some plans, and let's just try to finish the game here in this case.
But that was... Like, Slaska saves up so much gold the entire time, like what you were saying, and then he decides, I'm going to go for a Storm Spirit and then not have a buyback anymore. Yeah. Well... And I mean, that fight just went so horribly for them because Wild Soul simply didn't activate his new bot Shrunken. And this is GG. Mega Groups.
Wow. I guess it is. I would have liked to see them at least try. I mean, it's their call. I would have loved to see this game actually finish, honestly, but especially with them buying post-ace and trying to make a race out of it, but... They felt like that wasn't going to be realistic, I guess. So they did call GG's, and that is the game for Sync. Man, that was something. They were up at like 20,000 gold, 30,000 experience near the end there, and it still didn't seem like they were in the best spot to win. But all it took was that one fight.
And then they in the 2 fights that the Legion side lost, they used their Shockwave on Warbeast. And Warbeast is not really the one they want to target. Like, sure, you want to burst him down, but honestly, what was Warbeast doing at that point compared to the Silhouette?
Yeah.
Like,